was someone to know. Marcus was such a gentle spirit young man. He loved music and he loved life. He loved children. And so when Marcus was small, we got him to start going to camp, something which his older brother never would get involved in. And Marcus decided to come to camp, and that first camp meeting that he enjoyed it so much we never had to ask Marcus again to go to camp. He was always ready year after year. And as Marcus got older, he became a junior camp counselor, and then he became a senior camp counselor. That was something he looked forward to every year. He loved the camp because it enabled him to do a lot of the activities that he couldn't do during the course of the year. Swimming and archery and all that. He loved it.
There's nothing like it is today where there's prophylaxis and treatment is so much better, and as a result, when we were kids, we didn't treat, so our joints got a lot worse. And my knees happened to be in real bad shape, and ankles and elbows, and typical stuff for guys of our generation. You can really tell what generation a guy with hemophilia comes from by the way he walks or the way he holds his arms. You get very telltale signs from generation to generation.
So when we found out we had a bleeding disorder, we didn't know anything about Hemophilia disease, we were very, or I was very shocked and didn't know what else to do. So after gathering as much information as I could off the internet, decided to take Greg McClure's suggestion and contact the foundation to become more involved and to get more information and meet other people like us, because even though it's a family disease, we don't have anybody in our family that has this disease besides us. So we wanted to network with other people and find out more.
Being a teenager with a bleeding disorder does make you have to be a little bit more careful of what you do. You tend to judge risks and consequences a little bit better than most people, but
we didn't know too much about it, but once we started learning more about it online, just kind of had a feeling of disappointment, thinking their kids couldn't be like a normal kid, do the same things other kids can do, sports and stuff like that. But after really getting to know some people and learning more about it, kind of was more easier to take, knowing that other people with hemophilia are living, productive lives and able to live normally like everybody else.
There's a whole support system. There are spouses, there are caretakers, there are friends, there are mothers and siblings, and it wasn't just, this thing that I'm alone in, that I actually have support. And that's very important to me.
As a result, it costs over 10 times what it used to cost, so it's very common for a simple everyday treatment to cost $1,500 to $2,000, and that's 3 to 4 times a week. That is just typical treatment that guys need just as maintenance. That doesn't even take into account if you have issues, and everyone will have issues at some point with mouth bleeding or certain trauma where a lot more treatment is needed.
Networking with other parents, getting information. HFI has been a great resource. That's how we found links to a lot of other organizations and just informational sources. Their advocacy for dealing with the insurance caps is going to be huge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we are thinking about those things already at this point with a boys this age. So we look to HFI as our voice and to kind of help us make sure that our kids are going to be able to get the care that they need for their lifetime.
throughout the years, I've learned about hemophilia from programs through HFI, and Camp Warren Church has been a major part in helping me learn and discover even more about hemophilia.
HFI has taken a real big role as a place where young men can become leaders in life.
Camp is a place where you don't feel left out. Everyone's just like you.
Camp plays a major role for helping young children, especially if they don't really accept the hemophilia at a young age, because I know I went through that, not accepting it, wondering why it's just me. But through the hemophilia camp that HFI provides, it makes you go, I'm not the only one, and there are more like me, and it's just completely helpful.
He is a huge part of why I did get involved, and my hope is that one day our daughters would get involved and want to continue to educate and meet other people and be advocates and teach others how to advocate for their families. And to me, the only way I could do that is to lead by example. You know, get involved and to be his advocate.
There was a family, I think of 5 hemophiliacs. This mother had lost her 5 sons. As today's blood supply is so much more safer now, and the younger generation, we hope that they look back and remember, because there were so many before you that paved the way for safer treatments for today. We are the building blocks.
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 We are the building blocks. We are the Hemophilia Foundation of Illinois.
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 We are the Hemophilia Foundation of Illinois.